Hi, it's Bob from HeCooksForMe.com. Welcome to our mountains. Today, my friend Rolando's still in town, and he is grilling his Jamaican Jerk Chicken Thighs.
So here we have our chicken thighs, and I want to talk about the two types of chicken thighs that you find at the store. One is going to be your skinless and boneless, and then of course you have your with bone and with skin. Depending on who you're cooking for, if I'm cooking for my wife, it's going to be skinless and boneless. But if I'm cooking for myself and my beer buddies, what we're going to do is we're going to have the bone in and the skin. And I'm going to show you about the bone in. While you cook, that bone marrow is actually coming out and giving you those marrow juice flavor in the meat, which I absolutely love. And then the skin, I'm going to show you, we are going to take the skin off. But by leaving, not getting really picky, because when you get boneless, skinless, I'm telling you, they do a really good job of taking it all apart. And so what I like to do is take the skin off, and if there happens to be fat in it, great, I'm going to leave that on there. It's not an issue with me. What that does is while you're cooking, grilling these, it actually chars it and gives you an additional smoky charred flavor, which again, that's why I'm barbecuing, to get all those flavors. So we are not going to get real picky about how much of this we get off. You know, you want 90% of it off, and the rest you're going to have for flavoring. There we go. See, you can still see the fat around it. The skin's gone towards the middle, and it's all flavors.
And we're just putting these into a gallon bag, and good catch.
Nice save. Here we go.
And so they'll sit in this gallon bag. We'll pour the marinade over the top of them, and you stir it in really good. And every few hours or whatever, you actually rub them in. You'll turn it over so that every part of that chicken gets in that marinade and gets all that flavoring on them. With chicken, so you may see our flank steak video with this same marinade. The flank steak, we marinated 5 nights and on that steak, because it takes a long time for that marinade to get into the beef. And you also don't have to worry about beef being in the fridge and all that for that length of time. The chicken, we're just going to marinate overnight. So we're putting this together tonight. We're throwing it on the grill tomorrow. You don't want to save chicken in the fridge like that. You don't want to sit it in its own juices. The marinade actually helps with that a lot. And the chicken, because of the way that thighs work, they suck in that marinade really fast, and they get all that flavor with just the one day.
So we've got all our chicken prepared. We've got it in our 1 gallon freezer bag.
How many are in there?
There are 8 pieces, I believe, in here. Bob, was that correct?
That's what we did in this one. How many can you do?
You can do, you can do easily 12, depending on the size of the thighs. I've had up to 16, but what I'll do is I'll show you proportionally once we put all of the juices in here, the marinade inside, okay? So, and I like using a silicone or a flexible spatula, because what that's going to do is, again, I've said this before, I absolutely hate wasting any grain or anything whatsoever. I will scrape this bowl to where you almost don't have to wash it. But I suggest you do wash it when you're done. But I'm exaggerating to prove the point that I love to get every grain and juice and anything. Alright, I'm going to call that good for what we're doing today.
It's camping clean.
That's it. So we're going to close this up, and what I try and do, and Bob and I had an interesting conversation about this off camera, but I like to get as much of the air as I can out of it. And again, it's not a science project, so we're not going to get real crazy about it, but do the best we can to get all the air out. It's my personal experience, because I've done these so many times. I've done with air, no air. I personally believe that no air allows me to have better contact with the marinade to the chicken. And what I call this massaging the chicken, so that we can get the marinade on both sides. And then what I do when it's all ready, like we were saying, this particular chicken and marinade is only an overnight. But after I massage it in, and you'll know because you won't see the color of the chicken anymore, it'll be coated. right before I go to bed, I get them out, massage them again, flip them around, make sure your sage and all your rough, dry ingredients are getting mixed in and around. And I do this with the steak too, but I don't believe we got into it that heavy. And with the steak, I do it before I go to bed, and then I do it again when I get up in the morning. And I flip sides, right? Just like this. This will be the evening. In the morning, I'll get up, flip it around, put it back in the fridge this way. All right, there we go. We are ready to put this in the refrigerator.
Or the cooler.
Or the cooler, in our case, the cooler. And so we can grill them tomorrow.
So we're going to cook the chicken breast tonight over charcoal fire. We're going to do it an indirect heat. You can see he's put all the coals on one side, and then he'll put the meat actually on the other side of the grill. And we chimney fired the coals, so we won't have any of the lighter fluid flavor. How long are you going to cook the chicken?
Probably 12 to 18 minutes.
Okay. And that's an unknown at this point because we're up in the mountains, it's higher elevation, and it's getting to the point it's chilly. So it may take just a little bit longer on them than what it normally takes. And so anyway, we want to show you how we prepared the grill. If you want more information on that, watch the Jamaican Jerk flank steak video, because we'll really go into detail on that one and show you the entire process. So I'll show you now as we're getting ready to throw mesquite on, and then we'll put the top grill on for the thighs. What the mesquite does is it'll smoke up here on the briquettes and really give an incredible flavor that just blends right in with that marinade. So we're just pulling that mesquite chicken, or the Jamaican chicken out. Sorry, not the mesquite. That's on the coals. The Jamaican chicken, you can see how these pieces are just coated in that spice mix. Where it sat overnight, the special rubbing, the special care that he takes with these are just absolutely amazing. We're doing 8 of them tonight for the 2 of us. Probably won't make it through all 8, but we're going to give it our best try. And are there actually 9? Or is that just a great big one there at the bottom?
Done. No, we got 2 more.
Ah, it is 9. Okay, 1 extra one for you. But so now these will go on. Do you flip these like you do the other stuff?
6 minutes.
So every 6 minutes you'll timer it, and you'll flip them over and go another 6 minutes, flip them over, and that just lets you see where you're at with them.
This is our last round of flipping these over, and I believe we're going to call this good. And it has been 30 minutes, which is a little unusual, but again, we're up in the mountains, it's cold, so it doesn't surprise me that it took that long. But take a look at these charred areas. Remember I was telling you about the fat? They'll actually char, and that's extra flavoring. If you don't like it, cut it off. If you like it, chow down. Okay, so here's our finished meal, ready to serve. And I'd like to say that take a look at how charred these look. When they get to this stage, you know that they're ready. And I would ask one favor of you folks watching this. I've not had the opportunity to get feedback on both the recipe for the Jamaican, the flank steak recipe, and the chicken thighs recipe. Please do me a great big favor. If you make these, send some feedback to...
You can make comments on hecooksforme.com. There's comment sections on Pinterest. There's comment sections on Facebook and on Instagram. So anywhere that you leave feedback, I can get it back to Rolando. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and consider hitting that red subscribe button. It really helps if you can share my videos with friends and family that might be interested, or watch some of the other videos on my channel. I hope this dish, or one of my other featured dishes, finds its way into your kitchen soon.